President Biden making stops in key swing states ahead of the midterms, but he is still not really talking to the media. Get this, it's been 201 days since he's actually sat down for a one-on-one interview. Former Governor of Arkansas, Mike Huckabee, joins me now. Governor, I mean, is this so much for clarity, right? For a wide open message to the media. I mean, is it because he's afraid of defending his record? What say you?
I think he's afraid of making a gaffe. Or maybe he's not afraid because he doesn't realize he's making them. But his staff is afraid that if he sits down with a one-on-one and it's unscripted and he can't squint and yell at the teleprompter and half the time booger that up, they're just afraid that he'll say something that they'll have to spend the next 2 weeks digging out from. So it's kind of sad. President of the United States is unwilling to sit down and talk to the media. But here's the thing that's even sadder. The media doesn't seem to care. The press ignores the fact that they're being ignored because it's Joe Biden. If Donald Trump failed to talk to the press for 200 plus days, there would be a running tab in the New York Times and the Washington Post saying, here are the number of days that the president won't talk to anyone.
Yeah. Well, that's the double standard, which we're all so familiar with. Next one for you. The governor of Maryland, Larry Hogan, predicting that Republicans will see more of a ripple than a red wave come November. What say you, Governor?
I think it all depends on what kind of message the Republicans are willing to put forth. If they focus on gasoline, groceries, and God, they win big. If they start getting into the nuances of all these intricate policy issues that really glaze over for most people, it could be a rougher time than we expect. We ought to win big. And I don't think Larry Hogan's got a handle on it. He still hates Trump so much that he can't see past that. The people like Trump's philosophy. They like his policies. They remember that their groceries were cheaper, the gas was cheaper, that their businesses weren't constantly under the gun of greater regulation, and they felt secure at the border, none of which they feel under Joe Biden. But I do think the Republicans have got to step up their message, do a much better job of speaking to the kitchen table and not the corporate boardroom.
Very good. We'll have to leave it there, Governor. Governor Huckabee, thank you, as always, for spending time with us.